وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الخلق والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. In the 10th year of the Ba'athah, the message, in the 10th year, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he called it the year of sadness, the year of Huzn, Sanat Huzn, year of sadness. He called it the year of sadness because in that year, Rasulullah, he lost two of his main supporters, Abi Talib alayhi salam and Khadija alayhi salam as well. In that same year, they lost both. They were both one of his biggest supporters at the time. So he called it the year of sadness for the loss of his supporters, Mu'min Quraysh, Abi Talib, and then Sayyidah Khadija alayhi salam. In that year, and then he said that no one denies their virtue on Islam and Muslim except a spiteful hypocrite or a nasibi. That's munafiq or nasibi, which there was a lot of them at the time and they still exist. The nasibi, they still exist. It started, the hate for the family of Ali ibn Abi Talib, it started from the days of Rasulullah. Not even, some think it was just after the Rasul. No, even during the time of Rasulullah being there, the hate of the Ali ibn Abi Talib and his family started from back then, from those days. So those Nasibi, they've been in existence since then. And when Rasulullah lost Khadija and lost Abi Talib, was one of his biggest supporters. Reason I bring the story of Abi Talib, because some of us would know, I think most of us would know, but some may not know the full story of, he was one of his biggest supporters. And the other side of Islam, especially the Wahhabis, they think he died as a kafir, same as the Prophet's mom and dad. They believe they died as a kafir. It's always good to know the information. If someone brings it up and say these people are kafir, we'll be able to defend and say no, he was mu'min. They called him Mu'min Quraysh, kind of similar to Mu'min Ali Fir'aun, the one that was hiding his iman. And Abi Talib at the beginning, to protect Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was hiding his iman, but he was fully on that faith. He was fully with the Prophet, and all the evidence show how he protected Rasulullah, protected everything about Rasulullah and the message. And Abi Talib. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ma اغتممت بغم أيام حياة أبي طالب وخديجة." He said, alayhi salam, he said, I did not suffer or worry with any days in my life on the days of time of Khadija and Abi Talib. Whatever worried him was still okay. He was able to deal with it because Abi Talib is there to protect and Khadija is there to support as well. He didn't have any of that. And then he went also the Prophet, so many other narration, he talks about وَالَّذِي بَعَثَ مُحَمَّدًا بِالْحَقِّ نَبِيًّا إِنَّ نُورَ أَبِي طَالِبْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ لَيُطْفِئْ نُورَ الْخَلَائِقِ, except 5 nur. The nur, the light that comes along with Abi Talib on Day of Judgment, it could actually just overshadow every other light there is on that Judgment Day except for 5. Ahlul Kisa, Rasulullah, Imam Ali, Sayyidah Zahra, Al-Hasan and Al-Hussein. This is the place that he have reached, Abi Talib alayhi salam, father of Imam Ali. That's the place he have reached for his iman, for his faith in Islam. At one point, since those days, they've been attacking Abi Talib, especially Abi Talib, especially the whole family of Abi Talib, anything to do with Imam Ali basically, from his lineage downward or previous to that, they've always been attacking them. One of the days toward the end of the days of Imam Ali alayhi salam, like maybe about 4 or 5 years before he passed away, a person comes up to him and looked like this guy just came from Al-Sham, Syria these days, because that's where the heart of the hatred for Imam Ali. Looked like he came from around there or one of those people. He told him that when Amir al-Mu'mineen sitting there, giving khutbah, talking, and people around him, this man stood up and said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. In Arabic, he says, إِنَّكَ بِالْمَكَانِ الَّذِي أَنزَلَكَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ وَأَبُوكَ مُعَذَّبٌ فِي النَّارِ. He said, O Amir al-Mu'mineen, are you in the place where Allah has put you in, or set you on that place, in that stage, in that position, that Amir al-Mu'mineen, and your father is burning in hell, or your father is going to burn in hell? How is that possible? You say you are who you are. How is it that your dad is going to burn in hell, or he's burning in hell? Amir al-Mu'mineen answered him. He said, Faddallahu fak. I will translate it. Like, may Allah break your mouth, or something like that. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. He said, Amir al-Mu'mineen said, وَالَّذِي بَعْثَ مُحَمَّدْ بِالْحَقِّ نَبِيًّا. I swear by who sent Muhammad as a prophet. لَوْ شَفَعَ أَبِي طَالِبْ فِي كُلِّ مُذْنِبٍ. If Abi Talib have make shafa'ah for any muznib, for anybody that committed sin, if Abi Talib makes shafa'ah for those people on all of the earth, he said, none would enter hell. That's the position of Abi Talib. None will enter hell. Abu Talib have the power to make shafa'ah for the Muslim people. And then he made, there's a few poetry, no need to translate the poetry, but Abi Talib used to make that poetry, which proven how he was mu'min. And the other one is, when in one of the days, Abi Talib, he saw that Rasul and Imam Ali standing up to make a prayer. So he told Ja'far, his son, he said, Salli jinah ibn ammik, pray by your cousin, meaning the Prophet. Then he said, Inna Aliyan wa Ja'fara thiqati. Ali and Ja'far are my trust. At the time, in anguish, he trusts them at the time and in anguish. When things get tough, those are his trust. Those are what he depends on. He said, I swear, this is Abi Talib saying, I swear, I will not let the Prophet down, or let him down from anything of my sons. Basically, he will sacrifice his kids for Rasulullah. And then so many poetry that he spoke about his belief and how he believed. He believed Muhammad is the Prophet, Muhammad is Rasulullah. I believe in the religion of Muhammad. This is what we're talking about at the beginning of the Ba'ath, the beginning of the message of Islam, when a lot of people still don't believe in it. Abi Talib, in the beginning, he believed in his cousin and his nephew, and he trusted him, and he believed this is the right religion. Because they were one of the people that believe in only one Allah. From Ibrahim Day, this is a descendant from Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. They're descended from it, so they believe in the oneness of Allah. They weren't kafir, they weren't believing in idols. Like some would say they were kafir, they believe in idols. No. The family of the Prophet did not believe in idols. Same as his father didn't, same as his mother didn't as well. You have the Wahhabi people these days. I had that conversation with a friend, and I said, Abu Sufyan, there's not a war that fought, the Prophet fought in. Not one war fought the Prophet had been fighting, that Abu Sufyan wasn't on the other end. Every single war, Abu Sufyan was against Rasulullah. Every single war. Not one. You cannot dismiss one of them. That he was on the side or anything. No. He was always against Rasulullah. Always in the army that's fighting the army of Rasulullah. This is Abu Sufyan. And of course that friend said, oh, but in the end he became Muslim. There's just, no matter what you explain, and I explained, when Rasulullah told them, "Izhabu antum at-tulaqa," go ahead, you are free. He didn't say, go ahead, you're a Muslim. He didn't say, accept your Islam. He didn't say, Mabruk, or you become Muslim. No. He said, izhabu antum at-tulakha. Basically, because when someone, we believe in Islam, once someone announce his Islam, once someone say, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, you cannot just treat them and say, oh no, I don't believe you. That's it. Once they announce that, that's up to Allah to judgment on that day, even if they're hypocrite, munafiqeen. That's for Allah to judge on that day. Once they announce that, that's it. Rasulullah deep down knew Abu Sufyan what he is, knew his family of Abu Sufyan what they are. So he didn't tell them, hey, welcome to Islam. They only entered Islam when Rasulullah conquered Mecca and Medina, took over. That's it, done. There's nothing they can do. Rasulullah took over everything. The army of Rasulullah, people became Muslim. Islam is spreading everywhere. They cannot do anything. So that's when Abu Sufyan, because he was scared, him and his family said, oh, we entered Islam. Oh, Rasulullah, we're Muslim. He said, izhabu antum at-tulakha. Go ahead, you are free. He didn't say anything, he just said, you're free, meaning we're not going to come after you. That's what it means. So you argue with these people, especially the Wahhabis, and you say, he's a hypocrite, Abu Sufyan and Muawiyah and them, and no, they tell you no, he can, wa alaikum salam. He said no, he, toward the end he became Muslim. Toward the end he just became Muslim, like, that's it. But when you mention that, the father and the mother of Rasulullah, the uncle of Rasulullah, the family of Rasulullah, they were, to begin with, even before Ba'athah, before Islam, they believe in the oneness of Allah. They were on the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam. They tell you no, they died kafir. No matter what you say, they want to say no, they died kafir. And this guy in the presence of Imam Ali come up to him and he said, how could you be, because Imam Ali answered, he said, how could you even think that way? How could my father be in hell when I am Khasimul Jannati wan Nar? He said, didn't you hear Rasulullah? Everybody know. They heard Rasulullah said, Imam Ali is Qasimul Jannati wan Nar. He's the one that say, this going to hellfire, this is going to heaven. That's Imam Ali. He goes, you think I'm that person, I'm in that position and my father's going to be in hell? But they still, since those days until nowadays, they still exist, no matter what you do. Just a few weeks ago, the explosion in Pakistan at the masjid, they killed everybody. This guy saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, Allahu Akbar. He goes in and kills the people that are inside the masjid praying. How do you even make sense of things? How do you even make this person understand what are you doing? I mean, even Abu Sufyan, with everything he did, Rasulullah said, izhabu antum at-tulakha. Just let him alone. Allah will judge him. These people know. They went into the masjid, blew themselves up by mu'mineen. Only the reason is they are Shi'at Ali. So since those days till the day, still this exists and will go on. This will exist, will go on forever. Until Judgment Day, till Imam Mahdi, Ajallah Faraju appear. So imagine, for all the Wahhabis and everybody on that side, they believe, oh, it's okay, these people are, fighting, they fought, they killed Shia, even though they hear the Shia do the two Shahada, even though they believe Shia are Muslim, but they still, it's okay to kill them because they're not on the same faith as the other guys. But Abu Sufyan, no, he's a mu'min. He converted to Islam toward the end. That's the contradiction of these people, and that's how, no matter what you try, some of them are starting to see in Gaza, some in Egypt. I'll just mention this before I finish this one khutbah. There's an actor in Egypt, very popular actor for years, very, very famous guy. Last week he made a tweet, I don't know if any of you heard about it. It's all over the Arabic world. This guy made a tweet saying, now after this age, the guy, of course, he's older, he said, after all this age, and there's a few actors in Egypt actually come up and said these things, but this is the most recent one, just last week. This guy come up and he said, now I am truly convinced the Shia are the true Islam. Shia are the Islam of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those are the Shia. That is the true Islam, because now the haqq, the truth, is very well shown and very clear, and the batil, the not truth, is very well shown, and you can see it around the world. It's split. And he said the only ones standing up for truth are the Shia. He goes, look at almost 2 billion Muslim, 57, I think, Muslim countries there is. The only one standing up is where there is Shia, you see. And they're being attacked. They're being attacked by other Muslims as well. Like those are the only ones standing up for truth. So this actor said, now I'm convinced these are the right ones. These are the people that are on the right path, the Shia. And of course, he's been attacked since last week. Twitter, Facebook, any social media you want it. This guy's been bombarded. Some are calling him kafir because of what he said. Imagine, they called him kafir just because he said though. So just a couple of days ago, he put out a tweet and he said, you know, it's really amazing how for 2 years, people, children, elderly, Muslim Sunni in Gaza dying, and all of you, they were attacking him at the time. He goes, all of you, nobody said anything. You guys go on living your life. Your countries are actually aiding the enemy to kill these people in Gaza. And those people are Sunni, like the rest, but nobody stood up to them. Nobody's standing up to help these people. You guys don't even tweet something about it. He goes, the minute I mention Shia on the right path, oh my God, hell break loose. Oh my God, they attack from everywhere. That's to show you. They don't want the truth to come out. They've spent, from Muawiyah days till today, they're spending millions and millions of dollars. They don't want the truth. They don't want these people to see the truth. They don't want them to see what's right, what's wrong. So that's Abi Talib, alayhi salam, the one that accused him. Rasulullah said he's Mu'min Ali Quraysh. Compared him to Mu'min Ali Fir'aun. That's the place of Abi Talib alayhi salam. And they accuse him of died and he's burning in hell. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. With everything going on around the world these days, and especially in the Middle East, the center of everything always, and that push on everything in the Middle East these days, and then all the power that's been gathered around, and the whole world is worried about another World War III maybe breakdown. We go back to the Quran, what the Quran says. This is how, like the first khutbah we're talking, because as a Shia, we go back, we say the Quran is, for us, everything back to what the Quran says. In the Quran, Allah would say in Surah Al-Imran, Ayah 12, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل للذين كفروا ستغلبون وتحشرون إلى جهنم وبئس المهاد. Say to those who disbelieve, you will be overcome and gathered to hell, and evil is where you're going to be toward the end. After the war, after the Battle of Badr, and the Muslims have won that war, a team of Jews said the illiterate prophet whom Moses informed us about. Moses let them know there's a prophet coming after me. You know, now narration saying he wasn't ummi, he wasn't illiterate, he knew how to read and write. Some maraja are saying ummi because it could mean Mecca. Mecca is the of the cities. That's why it's called ummi. But they're saying that this prophet, that the literate prophet whom Moses informed us about, and we find him in our book. They see everything they have seen from Rasulullah, they've seen it in their books, the original books that they had. With his character and description, and that is that his raya would not turn back. Rayat Rasulullah would not turn back. Once going forward, that's it. Islam started, it's going forward, it's not going to go back. So some of them, because here, with all what they have, all that proof that they have from their books, from the Torah, they're saying basically what Moses described to them in the Torah about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that basically they're gonna convert, they're gonna become Muslim, which some did become Muslim, but there's some of them, few, said, wait, don't hurry up, meaning don't hurry to believe, don't hurry to join Islam, wait, don't hurry, until you look at another incident, because for them Badr was a proof. There are a few of them, they won that war, they won that battle. He's saying, wait, let's see maybe another incident. Let's give it some time. Maybe it will be something else to prove to us that he's not the messenger. Then comes the day of Uhud. The day, this is not bring this to compare to these days, what we're going through with these days. Then there come to the day of Uhud, the Marakat Uhud, the Battle of Uhud, when the companion of the messenger retreated. Whoever didn't read Uhud should look into it to know who retreated. A lot of them retreated, but it's a good idea to see main characters who retreated in Uhud. It's very interesting. They admit it. So they complained and said, no, by God, this is not him. Because what happened, messenger's companion, or supposed to be companion, they trusted some of the big names, they retreated. They got scared of Uhud, they backed down. Only few around Rasulullah, and the main one was Imam Ali alayhi salam. And they were injured very badly, both of them. They were injured very badly. So here, these few of the Jews that said from the Badr battle, they said, this looked like it's the Prophet based on our books and narration. In the Battle of Uhud, when that happened, they said, oh no, this cannot be him, because he's losing. How is he losing? So, of course, because what happened, that battle was lost. And then of course, Abu Sufyan was going back. We'll go back to Abu Sufyan. He's just mentioned everywhere against Rasulullah. Abu Sufyan was heading back to Mecca. He's going back to Mecca, and he's victorious. He's happy that Muslim lost that war. Then they end up gathering. He got to a point, it's like, I need to go back and finish them. Not because he forgot something. He wants to finish what's left. He won the battle. Let's finish whatever left on Muhammad and everybody that was Muhammad. Now they're injured. They've broken down. They've lost. Let's go finish them, and then we'll be done with it. Once and for all, that's it. They don't have to worry about it anymore. So that happened. And then after that, the ayah was revealed. It tells them that, the things will be soon, things will be there, and things will change. And that the Kafirin will be defeated, basically. Here, the Kafirin were, Kafirin were enjoying, and they were celebrating. Their ego is high because the rich people are between those Kafirin. They're the rich. Their numbers are big numbers. They have a lot of kids, a lot of people, a lot of soldiers with them. So they did not think for a second that they're going to lose a war. They didn't think about it. Why? Because they figured, okay, numbers are big. We're more equipped. We have more money. Like these days, the media on their side, kind of. And they thought, how could they be defeated? They cannot be defeated. But the Quran always say in the end they will lose. No matter what, whatever happened in the end they're gonna lose. Here Quran talking to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he said, let them know that in this world and hereafter is nothing but defeat. This word and the word after, nothing but defeat to those people, to the Kafirin. قل للذين كفروا ستغلبون وتحشرون إلى جهنم وبئس المهاد. Say to those who disbelieve, you will be defeated, crowded in hell, crowded in hell. And that's your final destination, that's your final place. This is something Allah's talking about in the future. See, the ayah came, they just got hit with that battle. The companion left Rasulullah. A lot of them ran somewhere. I read in some of the narration, one of them, he said, "You saw me running like I was a goat." That's his exact quote. He said, "I was running like I was a goat, all the way to the side of the mountain." That's the second Khalifa, by the way, just so you know. This is in their books, not our book, it's in their books. So this ayah tells us something that what's coming, talking about the future. This ayah talking about the future, that Muslim will eventually win. This ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give good news to the Prophet, tell him whatever happened, you will be victorious against the enemy. With that, when ayah was revealed, then Rasulullah gathered his companion, now the main companion. But who did he order? He ordered everyone that was injured in that battle. He said, only the injured. Gather your people, only people that suffered. Why? Because those are the true people that were fighting. The one that didn't fight, the one that didn't suffer any injury, because it was a really major battle, it was vicious, and the one that didn't get injured, basically they ran away. One of them, the guy that ran like a goat. No injury. So Allah gathered these people and said, Allah gave him this ayah, gather these people, said gather everybody that was injured. Now they're even, first in the beginning they were few, now they're fewer number. Went and got the news that Abu Sufyan is coming back. He's gathering at one point, his soldiers are coming back to fight the Muslims. So Rasulullah got his soldiers, got them, and stood at a point where they'll be coming in to Medina. Abu Sufyan heard from, this narration is too long, I don't want to take too long of your time, but the narration is, someone saw how Rasulullah gathered all these people. As he's traveling, he saw Abu Sufyan. Abu Sufyan told him, what have you seen? He said, I've seen Muhammad and his companions, they're waiting for you. They're ready, they're waiting for you. And he said, oh, it doesn't matter. Abu Sufyan said, doesn't matter because we're big in number, bigger numbers. We just defeated them a couple of days ago. We can defeat them again, now we're going to finish them. This person, the eyewitness, he told Abu Sufyan, now it could be that he's, I don't know the narration, it could be he's did that on purpose so he could scare the Abu Sufyan. He told him, I've never seen qawm, I've never seen people have so much anger in them toward someone else like they have toward you. I believe, like we say these days, they're going to eat you up alive. That's kind of like the narration kind of talk that way. So they're going to eat you up alive. They're all the injured, they're there, they're ready. And for some reason, the narration also talk about how when Rasulullah ordered them, he said, gather all the injured, come on, let's go. All of a sudden, they have so much energy, and they come up really with such a force that they could conquer whatever they wanted to. It's like Allah gave them that power. That ayah was revealed, you're going to be victorious, that happened. So I bring this story just to tell you that we see these days the attack on Islam. We see the attack on Muslim everywhere. You see it everywhere. From Lindsey Graham to anybody else you want in this country or Europe or anywhere. It's everywhere. The attack is on Islam, whether in media or the power they're gathering in the Middle East or anywhere. If we look back at the Quran always mentions that Islam will be victorious no matter what. And we have history to prove to us from the Badr, from Uhud, from all these battles, that no matter what, even if the numbers are few, they may not be as powerful, they may not be as rich as the other group that's attacking them, but Islam would be victorious. They cannot eradicate that. They cannot. No matter what they do, they've been trying, they cannot eradicate that. Because this attack is not just on only one group or against one country. This whole gathering, it's to basically wipe out Islam. If you look at the interview with Tucker Carlson and then Mike Huckabee flat out, he said, God promised him that land. God promised him that land. And all the way, not just Israel, not Lebanon and Palestine, all the way to Saudi Arabia, to Yemen. He said God gave them that and they should get it. So that's the goal. Wherever you see that gathering of power out there, is to get Israel what they want, to expand and get to the land that they wanted. Not because just the land, there's only a few million of them, but to control all the resources in that region and to control Islam. That's the main thing, to control Islam. You look on the other hand, who did they Netanyahu join forces with now? With whatever his name, Modi in India. They joined together. Target is Islam as well. Modi's blockade on Kashmir, blockade on another city, I forgot the name of it, also attack Islam all the time. They have similar goal, attack Islam. It's just the region that still standing up against the untruth, against what? Against oppression. That's the region that's standing against that, and they cannot stand that. So we always go back to, if we look in the Quran, look at the ayat, Allah always give us that good news. No matter how much they gather against you, no matter what, in the end, we're going to be victorious, inshallah. Quran, that's a Quran promise, and that's a Quran ayat tells us about the future, letting us know what will happen, no matter what we suffer, no matter what will happen. In the end, the people that died at the masjid in Pakistan, or the masjid they destroyed in Syria, or the attack they do on us everywhere, it's still, that person died in masjid. Allah will have heaven open right there for him. But the people that killed him, in the name of Allah, in the name of Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, they walk in and they kill other Muslims just because they're on different sect. That's the only reason. Allah in the end say, the true people, the people that believe in original Muhammadi Islam, those are people who will be victorious, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajal farajahum.